Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back to my video. And in this opportunity, I would like to introduce you about my book, about my favorite book, titled Talk English by Xiao. Are you students that wants to speak English but don't have much time? Or you are worker but you want to speak English but you are busy. So this book is the solution for you. The secret to speak English like a native, 6 months for busy people. If you are busy people, so this book is suitable for you. Okay, I would like to introduce you about this book from the first chapter titled "A Middle School Dropout." Can you? A middle school dropout. This out in the author of this book is Xiao. Xiao is Chinese. He was Chinese, and at age of 20 he was moved to America, and he couldn't speak English. He just understand little words if there's native speak English, but he couldn't speak English at that time. And now for about 6 months he counted, he could speak English fluently like native, even though he was very difficult to speak it. He was Chinese, and he didn't know about English language like that. And a middle school dropout. He was dropped out in the middle school. He could speak English fluently. And you, if you are the student of graduated school, so you could be more than him. It means like that. And in the second chapter, you find title From Broken English to Fluent English. Xiao, the author of this book, uh, he her what his speaking English was very broken. He speak ungrammatically with incorrect pronunciation and others. But for 6 months, he could speak English fluently. From broken English to fluent English. If you feel that your English is broken, so you could be like him to have a fluent English. And then in the third chapter, you will find the title How Fluent, one word, native. How fluent could you speak English like a native if even though you are a foreigner? Of course, you can speak like a native. Of course, Xiao, he was very beginner in speaking English. He could speak English like a native. So you have the same chance like him too. And then in the fourth chapter, uh, you'll find the formula that the author used to speak English every day. The first is set your goal. It means that you have to make a plan in your paper what in this day you, for example, like you have to listen the native language, and then the next day you will speak, and the next day you will write. So you have to make a plan in the paper. You have to set your goal. And then the second, of course, you have to take action. Even though you have you have already planned in the book, you have already set your goal, but if you don't take action, of course that's impossible. And the third is follow through. It means that you have to be consistent in your studying language. You couldn't stop in some situation. If you learn language, you have to be consistent. And in this book you will find so many link that the author provide to the reader, so the reader will so the reader could click that link, and then the link will show you the difference between the uh, English language from British and American. So before the reader wants to speak English, they should decide what accent they would take: English, American English, or British English. And in this book, the author provide links that that the reader could listen for both accent, both American and British accent, big British accent. And then, you know, something unique in this book, I could tell you. In the ninth chapter, you will find the title. You will find title. This is your left hand man. This is your left hand man. And in this chapter, you would not find any explanation or any formula that the author use or the author write in this book, but you will find author's identity and contact. This is very unique. Not all of book provide his identity, but Xiao, the author of this book, he put his contact, and he wants the reader, if he was the foreigner, and the reader, if the reader is beginner like him, he really wants to know the story of uh, the readers developing in English. He wants to know the reader's experience in developing English. And if you have any question about developing English, if you have any question about how to pronounce English and anything, you can contact him directly. And that's the uniqueness of this book. And the last chapter, all written in this book, of course, nothing without your action. I mean, the writer wants you to take action now, to act now, without any considerations, without any doubt. This book just just give you some motivations, just give you the formula and give you the manner to speak English. But all written in this book is nothing without your action. Okay, so I think this book is very perfect. You can get motivation in this book. You can get the manner. You can get the formula that the author used to speak English just for about 6 months. But all books, of course, has weaknesses and strengths. The strengths I have already told you just now, and the weakness is, Xiao is Chinese, but he moved to America and he was a beginner in speaking English. For example, me as the student of Indonesia, and I speak English with my friends or my teacher that speak English too, but they are not native. Of course, it will be different if I am as the foreigner. I am just the beginner in speaking English, but I studied English in America, as Xiao did. Xiao could speak English fluently. That's not only because of the manner of the of Xiao, not only about the manner or the formula, but also the environment, people surrounds him, supports his his study in speaking English. Of course, if me as Indonesian student and I want to speak English, but I just could speak with my parents, no, with my friends and teachers, but in my home with my parents, of course, I don't speak English, and the place that I could speak English is limit. If Xiao could speak English in 6 months, because not only the manner that he used, but also the environment support him like that. And said so that I think that's the weakness of this book. And that's all the introduction of this book. This is the great book you can read. Talk English by Xiao.